all our time working, 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 and working to make barely enough pay. Or whatever pay you make, it all goes on the bills. It's like you're not working to get richer. You're just working to try to maintain, if you could even call it that. You're just trying to make enough to survive, because
You gotta survive before you become rich.
you literally got to keep spending, spending, spending. Instead of saving your money, letting it grow, you're just making it to throw it away. You're throwing it away on bills. You're throwing it away on food. You're throwing it away just in general. You need money for every little thing. Gas for the car, unless you have an electric car. But, I mean, well, then don't you got to pay, you got to go to those places to, unless you have it in your house to charge, but still you're paying electric bills. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't win. You're paying no matter what. There's always overhead. It's just, you work to barely make a living. There's people working more than one job just to try to make a decent amount of money to try and survive. It's like, we're not getting rich in any way, form. We're just trying to make a living. Some people can't even do that. It's a big struggle. And then with inflation going on and all this stupid expenses just being more expensive than ever before.
Getting rich is harder today. I don't care what the fake gurus say. Getting rich is harder today. I mean, the economy um, is not what it used to be. And at the end of the day, I mean, I remember back in like 2018, making money was like clockwork. As an entrepreneur for me, it was like clockwork. I didn't make a lot of money because I barely worked. But it was a lot easier. But nowadays it's like people just ain't got the cash in their pockets to spend. So the money that it's not circulating around the economy like it used to. And of course that has knock-on effects. And we just look at the situation that we find ourselves in, and it's like, well, some people ain't got it in them to work harder. Some people ain't got it in them to try new things. Some people ain't, they just ain't got a fight in them. It's a fight for survival nowadays. Yeah, back in the day, you weren't fighting to survive. Back in the day, you were just you'd work and you'd make enough money, and you would survive, and it wouldn't be a fight. It'd be a doddle. But nowadays, we're seeing this new economy, and ever since what happened in 2020, it's been tough. It's been tough, no doubt.
It just makes it even 10 times harder, and it's just so fucking pathetic, if you ask me. It's like when you get a paycheck, you don't know whether to be hype or just, it's like a tease at the same time, because all that money you made, now it's all got to go on bills. Mortgage, rent, whatever, just whatever you got to pay for. It's always going down the drain on something. This is why there's a lot of people that don't, can't do a lot in life. They just stay home and do nothing and they're bored, because just to get out of the house to do something, you need fucking money. And it's to the point where even if you sit in a house or apartment and do nothing, you still need money, because you got to have
Being bored. I mean, we're all grown people here. We shouldn't be getting bored. There's a lot of things to do. Um, a lot of guys, if they got the energy to be bored, man, like you might as well put that energy into making some more cash. And I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that, but at the end of the day, if you've got the energy to be bored, then you got the energy to go out there and make some more cash. I mean, I put my time and my energy towards making cash. I don't care what anyone says, because I know that cash is going to basically be my protector, is gonna be there to protect me from going into financial problems, is gonna be there to basically pay for my needs, especially when I get older. So at the end of the day, we gotta start looking towards retirement. A lot of people don't want to think about that, but a lot of people are going to be forced into an early retirement. Of course, because of AI taking the jobs, people are going to be forced into an early retirement. And at that point, whatever they've made in their life, sorry, that's what they're going to have to depend upon. So, every time is precious. And I know people don't want to hear, oh, just work more hours. People don't want to hear it, but I don't regret working hard, because I know that working hard, that's gonna be the money that I've made. I'm gonna use that to fund my lifestyle when I touch down overseas. So, of course, I'm gonna have money coming through, but I'm gonna spend a good amount of money, and I'm gonna be living a good lifestyle, and I've earned that, and I deserve that.
the electric. You got to have, you know, if people watch TV, cable, whatever the hell, which I know cable is like a thing of the past now. A lot of people use Roku, if I'm saying that right, if that's what it's called, Roku, Fire Stick, shit like that. You know, they have these other things. Well, plus smart TVs itself, you know, they go on Netflix on it and shit. But still, you're still paying bills. I'm not saying for the TV in every way. Well, Netflix, yeah, you got to pay for that. But, you know, you're paying for electric, you're paying for the water. I mean, it's just, you just can never win in life. You could just never win. It's like you weren't here to win. You were just here to suffer. That's how I look at it as. There's just no winning.
There goes that doomerism. There goes. You weren't here to win, bro. Well, the thing is, I mean, you're not supposed to win if you were born into an average or poor family. You're not supposed to win. There's only a small chance that you're gonna win. Ultimately, it comes down to your determination, your grit, your habits, good and bad, will make a difference. But ultimately, you weren't meant to win. Majority of people born poor or in average middle income families. Oh, excuse me. Most people born into those families will remain poor. They won't win. But when you say you weren't meant to win, well, if that's how you define your destiny, I don't define my destiny in that way. I don't define my destiny as I weren't meant to win. In fact, I always saw myself as a winner. I just didn't know how I'd get there. But see, when you work hard, okay, and when you focus on the task at hand, and you basically pursue something long term and stay committed to it, if what you're pursuing is lucrative, oh, I'm sorry, it's late at night, guys, but I'm yawning. But if what you're pursuing is lucrative, yes, you will start to see that pathway to wealth. It takes some time, but you'll start to see it. I have that already in my head, my pathway to wealth. And yeah, I don't believe in doomerism. I don't believe I'm doomed to live a poor lifestyle because I was born into such a family.
You're just wasting away doing what you can't stand to do, but you have no choice because you got to try to make ends meet. And at the end of the day, what meat are you really getting in return? All that meat you make.
That should be a temporary thing, man. You don't accept that for the rest of your life.
It's going down the drain on something, some kind of bill, some kind of fee. Some kind of fee just came in the mail. Whatever fee it is, it's a fee. Now you got to pay up. Taxes come around. It's all fucking bullshit, bro. It's all just a gimmick. It's all just a scam. That's why I feel life is just a big scam. They tax what you make. You make, let's say, $1,500 a week or whatever. You're really maybe getting, I don't know how much less you'll be getting, maybe $1,800 or whatever the hell. They tax everything you make, and at the end of the year, you got to pay taxes on how if you make a.
Yeah, the tax system is, of course, a scam. I mean, the tax system is definitely a scam. There's no doubt about it. Of course, out there, you're paying these taxes, and taxes are just basically there to prevent you from retiring, to keep you on the hamster wheel, to keep you in a rat race. I mean, think about it. If the taxes were even half of what they are, people would be retiring 5, 10, 15, 20 years earlier. Is to keep you there. They know that if they can tax you constantly, you're never going to be able to retire. And that's why my whole thing is I want to retire early. My whole thing is I got to find a way out of paying these taxes. It's even worse if you're a salaried employee and you're being taxed at source, whereby you're not even seeing the money. I mean, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you can see the money, but obviously at the end of the year, you've got to file your taxes, so you've got to make sure that you've got that money. But at least you have leverage over that money for the time being before you have to do your tax return once a year.
Certain limit of money. If you make a little over this, you're paying taxes. It's like it's just all a fucking scam. It's all a scheme, and it's like people are just so stupid to see this. But it's like they just don't acknowledge it. I don't know what the hell goes through people's minds. It's like you could just never win. Even if you make lots of money, at the end of the year, you're getting taxed on shit. It's like I say to myself every day, what the fuck is this shit, man?
Well, that's why you got channels like Normal Capitalism.
I'm very confused. I kid you not, I'm extremely confused of what I was brought into. I don't think I'll ever fully understand what I was brought into, because it's just crazy. You know, instead of trying to make money, save up on things, you know, you want to maybe get a nice car or whatever you want to try and get, just whatever in general. No. The majority of that money you're making is always going on bills. That's just something that just won't ever stop. You know, it's not like it's just something, all right, I got to pay it one time and that's it, I got it over with. It just keeps coming and coming over and over and over again. You know, if it was at least something that I just got to pay one time, get it over with, all right, it's annoying, but at least now I got that headache out of the way. Now I can start saving some money to buy what I really want. But no, it's not like that. You just literally just got to keep doing the cycle over and over and over. You got to keep paying this bill 100 times, 100, you know.
The cycle of poverty will never end. I mean,
And it's just something that happens until you die, man. It's like, well, if someone else can help you, if you have like a family, a parent, whoever that can maybe help, but other than that, it's all on us. It's all on you.
more than likely nobody can help.
It's not something that you just do one time and it's out of it's just, it keeps going and going and going and going. It's like the world keeps spinning and spinning. Well, the same thing with the stupid bills. They just keep coming and coming and coming. They just don't fucking stop. That's why it's very important you keep working and working and working. You got to keep, you got to keep ahead. You got to try to keep ahead of the bills. Because if not, you're going to drown under the bills. You're going to be trying to grasp for air because the bills are all piled up on top of you. Even when you're working, it feels like that. And when you're not working, it feels even worse. 10 times worse. It's like there's just no winning. It's just you're darn if you do, you're darn if you don't. It's like, what do I do at this point? That's how I feel. We just don't ever get a break. The only time we're ever going to get that break is when we die. It's the honest truth. That's the only time we're at peace.
Well, no, I mean, I'm getting that break when I retire, bro. Like, that's the thing. When I retire, I'm looking forward to my retirement, but there's a lot of work that you have to go through, and a lot of people don't want to go through that work to get an early retirement. But for me, it's worth the hassle, it's worth the trouble, just to be able to find some relief under this slavery system that we're living under. Having to work is a completely different ballgame from not having to work. When you don't have to work, you literally can do what you want for most of the day or the whole day. And you only work out of your own personal fulfillment. You don't have to work for just money. You say it doesn't end till you die. For some people will die before they even get their pension.
That's why I always say, why would you want to bring another life into this just to deal with the same bullshit we're dealing with? Bad enough we got to deal with it, but the smartest thing we can do is just say, you know what, it is what it is. I'm not bringing another living thing here. When I die, I die. It's over with, and there won't be another, won't be me procreating another life into this dump. But that's the thing. We're just stupid. We just keep bringing more and more, and we keep feeding the system. We're getting the system rich. The government's the ones making the money. They always cry they're broke. No, we're the ones that are broke. I always say this, they create money. They have these machines that create the fucking money and bullshit, the paper shit, whatever you call it. How are they broke? We're the ones that are struggling, not the government. The government always crying they're struggling. They're the creators of this shit. How are they struggling? How? We're the ones that are struggling. We're the ones trying to make ends meet.
Bro.
Some people are luckier than others, I will say. Some people make good money. A lot of people are just trying to make ends meet. I'm just trying to make ends meet. I ain't rich. I'm not rich. I wish I was rich. It would make my life a little easier, but it's just hard. How do you make it in today's life? How do you make it when you're working and you're just pissing it away on fucking fees? That's all you're doing. You're making money and you're pissing it all away on fees. Instead of trying to save some of it, getting things you want to do. Maybe let's say you want to move to an apartment, a house, or you want a nice car, or just any type of car that could just get you to A to B. It's just hard to do anything in today's life because everything's so fucking expensive.
A lot of people ain't gonna make it in the States, and that's the truth. I mean, a lot of guys ain't gonna make it in the States. I would strongly advise men to consider the overseas option. I don't know about this guy here born into a corrupt system. I don't know if he's got a university degree. If he has got a university degree, he can teach English overseas. Oh, excuse me. I'll definitely look into that if you have a university degree. But if not, it's probably going to be an online business or something like that will enable you to leave the States. But yeah, it's the States that have all these problems and other Western countries. These other countries, yes, they have problems, but living there is a lot easier. It's not difficult to survive. It's not as mentally draining as it is. They don't have that same level of financial strain that you experience out here in the Western countries like America.
It's like I say, why even bother working? But then when you don't work, it's like you just suffer either way. This reminds me of a video I made years back saying you're twisted by the balls either way, and it's so fucking true. From that day to now, it still stands out. I mean, it's always gonna stand out the truth. You're just screwed either way, man. It's like, what do I do? What the hell do I do at this point? Either way, I'm just screwed. Of course, I'm even more screwed if I don't work, but I'm still pretty screwed if I am working because I'm doing something I can't stand. I make a pay, and the majority of it's going down bills. I barely have enough left, if even anything left, to do what I want to do with it. Whatever it is that I want to do with it, I barely can. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, we gotta be honest, guys. Accept the situation, bro. You're in America. You're in America. You've got opportunities. You've got the ability to go out there and make money. But a lot of people are in that doomer mindset. A lot of people are in that mindset where they're not willing to take that risk. They're not willing to sacrifice the free time that they have. They're not willing to, learn new skills. A lot of guys just are wishy-washy guys. They don't really have a true career or a craft. They just been for the past, what, like 10 years, just basically, I guess, for the past 10 years, basically going from job to job. They haven't really built up a career. They haven't really became proficient in anything. A lot of guys are just, like I said, wishy-washy guys. No real craft, no real career, no real business. They've been doing it for a decade or even more. And of course, you're not going to be in a good situation financially because you haven't really established anything.
I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be depressed. I'm just describing how it all is, man. I'm not crying about it. There's no tears coming out of my eyes, shockingly. There should be, honestly, but I just don't know anymore, people. It's fucking crazy, man. It's like I just say to myself, how much more of this can I take? It's like every day I wake up and like, come on, how much more of this, man? When is it gonna be over, And I'm sure everyone here can relate to that. Like, when is it gonna just be done for, man? When is this shit gonna come to an end? So, Ellie, I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know.
How much more money do you need to do what you want? Because what...
It's like you just weren't, it's just, winning is impossible here almost. It's just, there's nothing you can...
If you believe winning is impossible in America, then you should be looking to leave America. What's the point coming on YouTube and complaining about it? Got to start talking about solutions, and I'd appreciate a response video from you because I feel like, I came on here to talk about solutions at the end of the day. And what I've noticed is a lot of guys aren't genuine. They come on here and they talk about this and that and they talk about the problem, but they never want to talk about solutions. It's like they dwell in the misery of the problem, but at the end of the day, you're only harming yourself when you do that. It does not harm me, somebody who is solution based. And men who don't think about solutions, they've lost their masculinity. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Part of being a man, that's called being solution based. And when you're not solution based, when you don't look at a problem and strive to find a solution, yet you lost your masculinity, bro, at that point. That's what the opposite gender does. For me, I always try to stay solution based because I don't want to have to suffer for the rest of my life. It's like, okay, you're talking all this, you're talking all that stuff, yeah, yeah, this and that, yeah, yeah. And a lot of it is fair enough, right? We are living under a slavery system. Born into a corrupt system, you call yourself, yeah, the system is corrupt, there's no doubt about it. But you can't change the system. My thing is like sometimes you have to work within the system to come out of the system. What does that mean? That means that, yeah, we don't like the system. But if you can work within the system and find some success within the system, then you can leverage your Western income overseas, which rewards you a much greater return. You get much more bang for your buck when you leverage your Western income overseas, a higher quality of life, and ultimately an earlier and better quality of retirement. See, and that's what I mean when I say work within the system to come out of the system. Um, that's what I mean. But a lot of guys, they think, oh, I'm rebelling against the system by not working. Well, who you harming? You're not harming the system. You're harming yourself. That's what people need to understand, bro. It's like a lot of guys, they don't realize they're destroying themselves with their own thoughts and behavior and actions.
You can try and do to win. You make a lot of good money and you get taxed away. Oh, you made a little over this limit. It's like they just don't want you making money. Or they want to suck all the money that you make out of you, or at least a good portion of it, you know? It's just very fucking confused. It's just, it's like I say to myself, what is this shit, bro? Seriously. I was perfectly fine when I didn't exist, when I wasn't born. I have no worries. Well, I mean, I didn't know anything. Nothing was nothing. And honestly, nothing, sadly, is better than something, because you're here, and this is now that you exist, this is the shit you literally got to face until you no longer exist again. Until you go back into that state of non-existence. Instead of being born, enjoying life, even though, yes, life's going to end at some point for us, but at least be happy while we're here. Just like they always say, enjoy life while you can. Absolutely, I wish I could. But how the fuck do we enjoy life while we can when all we're doing is hustling while we can? We're working while we can. We're trying to make ends meet while we can.
You know, life ain't all about enjoyment, bro. Enjoyment is earned, man. You think I like my life right now? I don't. But I'm hustling right now. I'm in my hustle and grind mode. Look, I'm making this video. I'm half asleep. I don't know if this video is going to be any good. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I might not even release it. But that's the thing. Because I've been working all day. And I just said, let me put out a video. I ain't put out a video in over a week. Let me put something out. Okay. But that's the thing. I don't even enjoy doing a video when I'm tired like this, but I said I'll put it out and I'm putting it out. It's not all about enjoyment. You gotta earn your enjoyment. There ain't nobody who's truly enjoying life that ain't earned it. It's all about earning your enjoyment, bro. For me, I want to reach that stage of euphoria, and that stage of euphoria, you gotta work for it. You're not gonna just get it handed to you. Don't think about life on the lens of enjoyment and happiness. That's childish mentality, bro. Where do you want to be at the finish line? Slow and steady wins the race, right? We've been taught that from an early age, and it's true. I mean, it's one of the things that we've been taught that is actually true, right? Slow and steady does win the race. There's no rush. But like I said, when I made that video to Alina, you gotta put yourself in a state of suffering in order to benefit long term. You're not just gonna get out of this situation without suffering more. You're gonna have to suffer more than you're suffering right now to come out. Are you prepared to do it? A lot of guys ain't prepared to do it, and that's why they end up suffering for the rest of their life. Their suffering will never end.
And even that's a struggle. I got to do another, people got to work more jobs. This first job's just not enough. It's not making me enough. These bills are just too much. Food, all this, all that. The second job's just maybe helping now. Still not even a good living, but it's helping. It's just a little bit of ends meet living, I guess you could say. This is the big fucking, this is life. This is beauty. This is a gift. I don't see no gift here, man. I just see nothing but stress, headaches, misery, migraines, you name it. I could think of millions of words to say, but a gift. Let's just put it to that. There ain't no gift here. It's just a struggle, a living fucking struggle. It's like leeches. It's like you're just getting the blood sucked out of you. That's what life feels like. Life is a big leech, just sucking the blood right out of you. That's why people are stressed. That's why people age when, let's say they're 30 years old or 40 years old. They look like they're maybe 60 years old because life aged them. The leech sucked the age, increased the age, It's fucking crazy, man. And then people just see nothing wrong with life, or like people like me or whoever else on YouTube that talk about these topics like I do. They look at these people and think we're crazy, we're depressed, we're trying.
I think there's a lot wrong with it. I think there's a lot wrong with it, but at the end of the day, this doomeristic whining and complaining isn't solving anything. It's not. Say that you're coming on YouTube to vent this and that. Well, how many vent videos do you need to do? Does every video need to be venting? Sometimes we want. At the end of the day, you get to a point where you just I want solutions. I don't want to keep complaining about the same thing. I actually want to solve these problems.
To bring people down. No, I'm just trying to tell people the truth. I'm trying to make people feel more comfortable because there's so many of us people that feel this way. Which how the hell do you not feel this way? This is just common sense. How do you not see it, man? But for those that don't see it, look at us like there's something wrong with us. How do you think we look at you? There's something wrong with you. You think there's something wrong with us? We think there's something extremely wrong with you for not seeing it. I'm not making a video say let's all just kill ourselves. Let's all just do that. I'm not encouraging anyone to. I'm just describing what this shit is, man.
This dude like a cartoon character.
I never say give up. I never say don't follow your dreams.
Yeah, but you are kind of giving up. I mean, you say you don't say give up, but you are kind of giving up because you say the only way out of this is the end of your life. That's giving up. That's saying that you can't get anything out of life. You have given up. because you just said it. You said, I can't get anything out of life, and the only way out of this suffering is the end of my life. So yeah, you have given up.
And I can understand. If I say that, then I can understand people saying you're trying to bring people down. But that's not the scenario. I'm not doing that. You know, if there's something that's making you happy that you're doing, keep doing it. That I will say, you know. It's just what sucks is what makes us happy, it's hard to do because what makes us unhappy gets in the way of what makes us happy.
You have to do what make you unhappy to do what makes you happy. This is the process. You don't like it? Well, tough. You're gonna stay miserable for the rest of your life then.
So in a way,
You
it's
can't cheat the system. You know, a lot of people are trying to cheat the system all the time, and I mean, you stop trying to cheat the system. For me personally, like I said, you have to work within the system to come out of the system sometimes. I mean, cheating the system is coming out of the system, aka going overseas and retiring early in luxury. That's coming out of the system, right? And that's a cheat code at the same time because, of course, it's a lot cheaper in these countries.
the world itself to blame. Not me, not us type of people that are talking about this. It's the world itself to blame. You want to curse at somebody, curse at the world. Don't curse at us. We're just narrating what life's about. I'm just look at this as I'm just a narrator at this point. That's all I am, a life narrator. I'm the life narrator of telling you how fucking garbage this whole society is. Just narrating.
Yeah, you want to say that a million times, bro.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it, man. You know, it's like I'm reading a book, and you know, whatever the book's saying, I'm just saying it out of my mouth. Well, why don't talk like that? That's what's in the words, man. You know, same thing with life. Same exact thing. It's just, I don't know what people see about it. I don't know what motivates, I don't know what encourages people to keep having kids in today's life. That's just something I'll never understand. I have absolutely, and I'm not trying to sound like a total asshole here, I have no respect for people that have kids in today's life. If you're already a parent that did it, I'm not going to criticize you. I'm not going to, you know.
Yeah, we don't need to go any further with this. He's going to talk about antinatalism and all that, right? So we don't need to go any further. But yeah, born into a corrupt system, man, drop a response video to this. It'll be interesting. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you aren't already, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're informed every time I upload a new video.